Canada laid out a new blueprint for foreign policy today with a special address to Parliament. Foreign Affairs Minister Chrystia Freeland said it's becoming increasingly necessary for Canada to set its own sovereign course. While concerns grow over the increasingly isolationist approach of the U.S., which happens to be Canada's largest trading partner, Freeland never mentioned the name Trump. Here to join us with more detail, Bloomberg's Quinn in Ottawa. Greg, great to have you here. So I want to start with kind of a compare and contrast, because up until now, Justin Trudeau has really spent a lot of his time touting cooperation with Donald Trump. What seems to have changed?
Well, that's right. It's a long way from when Trump and Trudeau could make jokes about a tweak to the relationship. I think what's happened now is Canada is adding itself to the list of nations concerned about whether the U.S. will continue to play the role of a global superpower. In the last week, we saw Trump pull out of the Paris Climate Pact. He's also complained about NATO funding. And it seems like Trudeau is laying a slightly different course for our close relationship.
So what specifically did we learn from Chrystia Freeland today about how she plans to shift the relationship with the U.S.?
There were a couple of specific things. Canada is going to seek a seat on the United Nations Security Council. Tomorrow she promised a major investment in military spending, and that appears aimed at boosting multilateral missions like NATO. She also mentioned a specific funding plan for women's rights, including abortion, and that's a different social tone than the U.S. has taken.
And what did we learn about plans to build relationships, to strengthen relationships with other parties, other countries around the world?
Well, since World War II, it's been clear Canada has been caught between very close relationships with the U.S. and multilateral institutions. And Freeland gave us a very long list of places she'd like to invest her time: NATO, the United Nations, and you know, the U.S. just didn't come up as much in this speech.